Let's start 6-1, fractions, decimals, and percents. So the definition of a percent is blank that compares a number to blank. And the filling in is percents are ratios that compare a number to 100. So let's start with this one. 19 hundredths as a percent is 19%. 1/4 is not in terms of 100, but if I multiply by 25 over 25, I would get 25 over 100, which I can write as a percent, 25%. And hopefully some or most of you saw that 1/4 is 25%. You already know that. 4 quarters in a dollar, and each quarter is worth 25 cents. In example 1, you're going to be converting fractions to percents and percents to fractions. So 1/2, well, what's half of 100? 50%. 25%, we've already done in the first slide. 25% is 25 over 100. Simplified as a fraction would be 1/4. 1 is interesting because it's a whole number 1. It's like the decimal is right here and there's a couple zeros right there. If you have a whole pizza, you have 100% of the pizza. In example D, I have 1/8. Now, some of you may have this memorized as a decimal. Some of you may not. In order to find it, let's actually do the division. 1 divided by 8. Let's put in the decimal. Couple zeros. 8 goes into 10 once, 2 left over, bring down the 0. 8 goes into 20, 2 times, that's 16. 4, bring down the 0, and 8 goes into 45 times. So my decimal is 0.125. Now that's not out of 100. This is the hundredths place. It goes tenths, hundredths. So in order to convert it to a percent, I move the decimal twice. Now my answer as a percent is 12.5%. So 1/8 is 0.125, which is 12.5%. In example E, I have 2/3. Some of you may remember as a decimal that's 0.6 repeating forever and ever. If not, do the division. 2 divided by 3. 3 goes into 26 times. Bring down the 0. 3 goes into 26 times. And you will keep getting that. So it's 0.666 repeating forever. As a decimal, you can write it like this. As a percent, I need to move the decimal twice. That's 66.6 repeating percent. You will usually see it, though, written as 66 2/3%. It'll usually be written as a mixed number like that. Example F, now I have an improper fraction, 13/5. I don't know what that is, but I can convert it to a mixed number. That'll help me. 5 would go into 13 twice, so I would have 2 3/5. Now 2 is 200%. And 3/5, well, I need to convert that to 100. So I'm going to multiply it by 20 over 20. And I get 60 over 100. So that's 60%. So I can take my 200% and my 60% and make it 260%. It's okay to have a percent over 100. We're going to talk about that in the real world, how that's like a markup. In example 2, you have to compare the fractions and percents. So the strategy I like to use is to write them in the same way. Whatever way works for you. Change them both to percents, both to fractions, both to decimals. I personally like decimals. So 1/4 to 40%. 1/4 is 0.25 and 40% is 40, right? Because if I move the decimal over twice, I'd be at 40%. So 0.25 compared to 0.4. I'm going to look at this first number. 4 is greater than 2. That means 40% is greater than 1/4. Example B, I have 0.893 compared to 50%. This is already a decimal, so that's good. Let's convert our percent to a decimal, and it'd be 0.50. Again, I'm going to compare this first number. 8 is greater than 5, so 893 thousandths is greater than 50%. All right, it's your turn. In your book in 6-1, please do 1 through 5 all. It shows you a number line, and you have to match which number goes with which part of the number line. Good luck. Answer the Google form, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.